Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Rise of the Reds, the takeover from Fixing the Foxes, which we failed at miserably. We've had our youth intake in, and in terms of elite talents, just the one, Thomas Kozlovs, who is an Irish, apparently, centre-back, 1-star current ability, 5-star potential. Determination's good, teamwork, work rate, all very good. Natural fitness is good for a 16-year-old. Marking's okay, passing's okay, tackling's okay, technique's okay, heading's a little bit poor, 6'2". I mean, I don't think we're going to be here long enough to see him develop, but he's about the best of the bunch. Apart from that, there's a goalkeeper, Philip Foley, another Irish lad, 1-star current ability, 4-star potential. Apart from that, there's not really too much. 3.5-star intake. Like I say, not much to shout home about. So let's have a look how we've been getting on since our first episode at the club, where we finished off with a 2-2 draw against Everton. We then beat Spurs by 4-1 in the first game off camera. O'Brien, Awani, and Awani with the hat trick. Harry Kane getting the goal for them and also missing a penalty. So we won that one 4-1. We then beat Brighton by a goal 2-0. Goals scored by Tayo Awani. Back-to-back wins. We then got absolutely hammered by Liverpool, 5-0 defeat there, and then we drew 4-4 with Man United in what was the freakiest game ever. We took a 4-goal lead just after half time. Jesse Lingard got 2, Awani got 1 and Frula got the other, and then 4 goals in the second half. Man United meant that it was a 4-4 draw. That means that the league table looks like this. We are in 17th. We have a game in hand over a couple of clubs, 4 points clear of the drop, so we're in an okay position. The plan today is to play the Brentford, Chelsea and Wolves game, and depending on how exciting and how long those games go, if they're dull, we're going to throw in the Crystal Palace game as an extra, and then we're going to come back for a double header at the end of the season, Leicester and Southampton. We're going to try and get finished up in the next 2 episodes. So that is the plan for today. You know, Awani has now made it to 13 goals for the season. He actually got Player of the Month for the month of March, so he has done a fantastic. No, I think it was February actually. It was like February or March he got Player of the Month for. So he's been doing a fantastic job. Jesse Lingard is also back. He has 4 goals and 5 assists so far for us, averaging a 6.88. Our best player is, I mean, it's Awani really, because all these players have had better ratings. They've only played 1-1. Emmanuel Dennis has played 12 games, but only 4 starts. So it's not like he is an absolute world beater. But nonetheless, let's get into the opening game of the episode. We take on Brentford. Side is Henderson in goal, Lodi, Niakate, Worrell and Aurier across the back, Frula in front of them, Scarpa, Lingard and Williams playing just behind Awani and Brennan Johnson. Lewis Potter now into Baptiste. Baptiste out wide to Rico Henry. Made the good run. Henry into the box, hits a shot, and Rico Henry opens the scoring. It's been all Brentford here in the opening 25 minutes, and they get the opening goal of the game. Brentford 1, Nottingham Forest 0. Not a great start here. Lewis Potter picks up the ball in the centre of the field. He lays it out to Baptiste, finds Rico Henry on the overlap. It's a great run into the box, and the finish is nice across Dean Henderson. It is 1-0. Ivan Toney now over halfway. Lingard goes in for the challenge and it falls to Lodi. That was a really good challenge there. And hopefully now we can build something from the back. Ball goes long, and it's a poor ball there, and Frederick Gilbert can pick it up infield to Zanka, and Janelle goes all the way back to the goalkeeper. We haven't really produced anything in the opening half an hour, which is disappointing, but the way that we've been playing and the chances we've been creating, the goals we've been scoring, I think there's every chance that we can grab a goal, and Brennan Johnson gets his 7th of the season. A really well worked goal there. First shot on target for us today, and it was a great through ball for Brennan Johnson. Brentford 1, Nottingham Forest 1, and that is exactly what we needed there. Frula picked up the ball on halfway, his ball into Awani, into Sergio Aurier, and then he just plays it through for Brennan Johnson. There was actually 2 players there. Him and Jesse Lingard were through, and it is 1-1. Oh, and Dennis dispossesses his man there into the box. And he put it back. He does, and Tayo Awani hits it straight at David Raya. And then the clearance hits Awani and out for a goal kick, and that was a chance there. As it stands, we will move up to 16th above Southampton. If we were to win, we could move above Leeds as well. Put us further between us and the drop zone. But at half time, it is 1-1, and we've come back into it slightly here in the second part of this first half. Sergio Aurier looks down the line, and his ball's cut out, and Baptiste now can take it away. And just trying to find those right balls in those final third now as Norgard finds the ball through for Ivan Toney, and brilliant between the defender and the goalkeeper, and it remains at 1-1 here. Ball switched out here to the left-hand side and Rico Henry. Henry now gets past his man, gets the crossing. Ivan Toney gets up and he rattles the top of the net. I thought he clipped the ball on the way over. I don't think he did, as that header does hit the bar. It's 2 headers from Brentford in the last couple of minutes that have caused us real threats going forward, but it still remains 1-1. Scarpa with the ball towards the far post. Worrell gets up and he's somehow kept out between, I think, the goalkeeper and the woodwork. And that is unfortunate. Probably wouldn't deserve it, but that was a chance to go 2-1 up here in this game, and 3 points going back to Nottingham would have been ideal at this point in the season. As Brentford come forward into Lewis Potter, who smashes it in. Keen Lewis Potter makes it 2-1, and that could be the goal that sends all 3 points down to West London, to Brentford. And it's a poor goal to concede from the throw-in. Gilbert into Baptiste. He turned the ball inside for Lewis Potter. The space just opens up for him, and he's a great finish across the goalkeeper. Lewis Potter, corner, in-swinger, headed away. Ginelle will pick it up on the edge of the box. Goes wide to the byline, under a bit of pressure. Has to put it back to Rajonia. Hits the shot, and it's hit the woodwork. Tony into De Silva. De Silva now looks to go past Aurier. Great tackle from Aurier. Dennis keeps it in, but that falls back to Ginelle, and it goes back to Pinnock now. There is just under 3 minutes left on the clock now, and Brentford hanging on to the ball nicely now. Some good passing, forced to go back all the way to the goalkeeper there, and he'll fire it out to the fullback, Frederick Gilbert. Norgard now has it under a bit of pressure. Scarpa dispossesses him though, and when he get there, he can get there. What can he do here? And he fires it over. He hasn't had a good game. He's averaged 6.2, and Tayo Awoniyi, the form he's been in, you'd expect him to hit the target at least there, but he's had a poor game, and it finishes here. Brentford 2, Nottingham Forest 1. We open the episode with a defeat. Not a great performance, and we just now need to get back to winning ways, but it's going to be tough as we stay in West London to take on Chelsea in the next game. Pressure is now on in this game against Chelsea at home. We are now 1 point ahead of the drop zone. Our goal difference, as we said in the last episode, sucks. Worst goal difference in the league. And Brighton could overhaul us if they were to get a draw in this game and we weren't to get any points. Go 26 points and they go above us on goal difference. So that is the worry. But there's a few teams here, all the way up to Newcastle really in 13th, where we can potentially drag them all into it. So we just need to turn it around after a couple of poor results. Not 1 in 3 after a good start in the opening month of February. But we've got some winnable games after the Wolves game, Palace, Villa and Bournemouth. Just look at the league table. Palace and Bournemouth are the bottom 2 clubs. Villa are in 10th. It's a winnable game. It's a lot more winnable than, say, playing Man City, Liverpool, Man United, Arsenal, Spurs, one of those sort of sides. Chelsea also not having a great season. They're in 9th. So maybe there's a chance for us to get something. The Wolves in 8th. So over the next month, we play 8th, 9th, 10th and 19th and 20th. Hopefully, we can turn some of these into wins. Free kick here. Dangerous area right on the stroke of half time. Hakim Ziyech will take it, hits the woodwork, and no one followed it in there for Chelsea, and that is fortunate on our part because it was a great position. I thought for all the world he was going to score direct from the free kick, and when it bounced back into play, the freedom he had as Kai Havertz takes the ball down and Kai Havertz scores. And there was me praising our luck that we got there from the free kick. Right from it, they get the goal. Ball into Fofana, into Sterling, and he's just chipped it over our defence, into Kai Havertz. Great chest, great volley. It is 1-0. Pulisic will take this corner kick now, right-footed, outswinger. Ball towards the far post. Koulibaly, 2-0. Goals either side of half-time have pretty much killed us off here. Kai Havertz and Koulibaly getting the goals, and we'd done so well for the first 45 minutes. Conceding that goal to Kai Havertz really killed us off, and Koulibaly probably seals the game here. 48 minutes in, it is 2-0 here at the City Ground, and we knew that this was going to be a really tough game, but I don't know, just it's the manner in which the 2 goals have been conceded late in the first half, early in the second half, and it's killed any momentum that we've had really. As Mangala looks for Dennis, can he get the ball across? He does, and Brennan Johnson taps in. Was he onside? Because yes, he was. That is going to count straight away. So we're back within a goal. Within a minute of going 2 behind, we get the goal back. Emmanuel Dennis, inside right channel, just inside the box, pulls it back for Brennan Johnson, who puts it into the corner of the net. It is 2-1, and we have a chance now. You wouldn't believe that Tayo Awoniyi had got to 13 goals and he was the player of the month for February after getting, I think it was 8 goals in 5 games, including that hat-trick against Tottenham, was it? I think it was Spurs he got the hat-trick against. Since then, he's just, since since February ended, really, he's really struggled. He got to double figures, same as what Lewis Muriel did. Actually, it's Emmanuel Dennis wins the ball back. Chance, Emmanuel Dennis makes it 2-2, and we haven't even reached an hour yet. 10 minutes into the second half, we went 2-0 down in the 48th minute, 55th minute, we are back to 2-2. Emmanuel Dennis set up the first, and he wins the ball back here off Koulibaly, dispossesses him, runs into the box, and it's a great finish across Mendy into the centre of the goal, actually. It is 2-2 here at the City Ground, and what a turnaround here. Pulisic now into the box, and he's been brought down by Worrell, and that is going to be a penalty. It's going to be checked, but for all the world, that's a penalty. Outstretched foot. It's a silly thing to do, really, under the situation, and 2 minutes after getting back on level terms, we could be going behind once again. Who's going to step up to take it? It is going to be Ziyech, who puts it into the bottom corner. Chelsea 3, Nottingham Forest 2, and that's a kick in the teeth. You get back into the game in the manner that you do, from 2 goals down, and then you can see the penalty just over 2 minutes later. It is 3-2 here at the City Ground, and that is very, very disappointing. And now, when he once again playing a really low rating, 6.4, not turning in the performances, but we don't really have a backup striker. Bianconi now goes past his man. That was really well done there. But the ball to Emmanuel Dennis was poor, but his ball to Lingard is great, and Jesse Lingard gets his 5th of the season. It's 3-3, 8 minutes to play, and what a ball from Emmanuel Dennis. The ball into him actually was poor. He had to pull back on himself. If you see here, Bianconi put the ball into him here. It was a poor ball because he had to turn back on himself, but that ball through round the corner to Jesse Lingard was fantastic. Touch into the box, and it's a great finish from Jesse Lingard. It is 3-3, and hopefully now we don't do anything stupid in these last 10 minutes here, and we can hang on for a 3-3 draw. Corner kick here as Hakim Ziyech puts that ball in. Chalobah, and it's somehow kept out. Chalobah now, don't make the foul. Don't foul him, and Emmanuel Dennis smashes it clear. And Osong now, can he hang on to possession of the ball? He does. He gives it to Frula. Jesse Lingard. Counter-attack is on now. Richards. Back to Brennan Johnson. Brennan Johnson, and Mendy makes a great save. And that was a really good counter-attack there after the corner kick. And as it stands, we will move up to 16th position with this draw, as Gustavo Scarpa hopefully can put in a great ball here, and we can take more than a point away from this game. Scarpa whips the ball in, and it's headed away. Just over 1 minute left on the clock. Please don't do anything stupid. Ball fired up. Brennan Johnson was in behind there. Defenders getting back. Can he pull it back? Gustavo Scarpa into Jesse Lingard, and that is a poor finish there. It is a 3-3 draw. Kai Havertz on 45 minutes. Koulibaly on 48. 2-0 down. I thought that was the game gone. But then Brennan Johnson on 49. Emmanuel Dennis on 55. We then conceded the penalty to Hakim Ziyech on 58, but Jesse Lingard, with just under 10 minutes to go, equalised once again. A 3-3 draw. It's a point, and that should take us to 16th. Yep, up to 16th place after that draw. 2 points clear of Brighton now. Still, I'd like to be more than 3 points, more than just that one win away from them. But again, all the way up to Fulham. Newcastle are probably out of it now on 32 points. All of those can get dragged into it, and we just need to keep picking up points. And a fantastic result. Newcastle actually beat Leeds 7-1. What a result that is, and that means that Leeds' goal difference is just as bad as us. So hopefully we can drag them into it and go above them on goal difference. That would be the hope, but much better position to be in now. Pedenso will take this free kick. City free kick to away a minute in, and that is cleared away. Pedenso has space, can run into the box. No one goes with him, and Henderson makes a great save down to his left. Dennis now picks up the ball. Counter-attack is on here. Can he find the right pass? Emmanuel Dennis still going. Gets all the way to the ball and now pulls it back, and it's a poor ball. But Awani, Sergio Aurier smashes it through the hands of Jose Sarr, and it is 1-0 against the runner player in the opening 5 minutes. Sergio Aurier gets the goal, and it was a brilliant run down the right-hand side by Emmanuel Dennis, who has been a revelation really since coming back into the side. He pulled it back. It was a poor ball really. Mateus was dispossessed by Awani, and the ball fell to Sergio Aurier, and he just fired it, and it was too hot for Jose Sarr to handle. It is Wolves 0, Nottingham Forest 1, and that is an ideal start here. 1-0 up in the first 5 minutes. Like I said, against the run of play, Wolves had a few free kicks into our box in the opening minutes, but they haven't made anything count. And now we have a chance here on the left hand side. It's Lingard back to Frula now. Hopefully he can get the ball into the box. Aurier to Lingard. Shot is blocked. And can Emmanuel Dennis get there ahead of Raul Jimenez? He can't, and he goes infield to Aït-Nouri. Kilman now. Ruben Neves, can we put the pressure on and win the ball back? It's a great ball out to the far side there, and Pedence, who has space to run into. Pedence getting down the line. Can we get this cross cut out? He pulls it back to Ruben Neves, into Guedes, shot blocked. Collins fires it over. Nathan Collins now into Mateus. A lot of space from there, and it's going to fall for Raul Jimenez. What a save at point blank range from Dean Henderson. It was a bit of a melee, fell to Raul Jimenez, and Dean Henderson got down, blocked the shot really well there. As the corner comes in and Dean Henderson collects it, and we've been under the cosh for most of this game now, but we still lead by a goal to nil. Our only shot on target, producing our only goal for the right back, Serge Aurier, and hopefully we can get into half time here at 1-0 up and regroup. Lingard and Aurier amongst themselves, but they're dispossessed, and Aït-Nouri can fire it away. Jimenez can bring it down, and it's allowed to turn and run into our half. Gives it to Pedro Neto now. Neto into the box. Neto with a shot, and that is a poor miss. Ball is fired out to Emmanuel Dennis, keeps it in. Now can he beat his man? Looks for Awani, and Kilman nips in to take it away from him there. And Tayo Awani, just in the last couple of weeks, has not been him that produced 8 goals in 5 games. That ball looks for Brennan Johnson there. Brennan Johnson dispossessed it. Can he find the pass? He doesn't need to. He gets his 9th of the season. Brennan Johnson makes it Wolves 0. Nottingham Forest 2 after half time. What a time to get the second goal. A similar time to when Chelsea got their goal in the last game, actually. So we probably shouldn't count our chickens just yet. Gustavo Scarpa looked for Brennan Johnson. Evans got in there, but Brennan Johnson took the ball off his heels and just puts it past Jose Sarr. Johnny Evans, who we sold to Wolves when we were at Leicester early on in the season, giving the ball away and hopefully giving us one hand to survival. Wolves 0, Nottingham Forest 2. What a turnaround in this episode. 2-0 up here as we go into our... I'm not sure what happened there. Ruben Neves is going to have a free kick. It's a long way out, and Henderson doesn't even have to move there. Watches it wide of the post. Still 2-0. Free kick now for us as Gustavo Scarpa. From distance, Jose Sarr. Did he get a touch? He did get a touch. Corner kick on the near side for Gustavo Scarpa. Brilliant effort from him there. Puts the ball in and it's headed away, and Aït-Nouri can bring it away for Wolves. Oh, before through for Lingard. Lingard beats the goalkeeper. 3-0, and a counter-attack from us there. Caught me completely by surprise. Nottingham Forest 3, Wolves 0. And a counter-attack. Sergio Aurier bringing the ball in from the right-hand side. Switching it out to Gustavo Scarpa on the left. Plenty of space, finds the ball into Lingard. Great first touch to set himself across the goalkeeper. Jose Sarr doesn't really even dive there. 3-0, and that should be the 3 points wrapped up. And this is a big, big statement in our quest for safety this season. Moutinho out to Aït-Nouri. Aït-Nouri with space. Tries to switch towards Neto. Nodded down towards Costa, who's gone down, and... oh, nothing's been given, and Larsson off the bench. Larsson over the goalkeeper, and Julian Larsson makes it 4-0, and that is the points all wrapped up for us here. We've brought him off the bench. I think we only gave him a number today. The 21-year-old Swede who was brought in from AIK on a free, never played a game for us. First game on the pitch for all of about 2 minutes, and the ball through for him. He runs through, and that is a beautiful finish from Larsson, Julian Larsson, man with 10 finishing. What was his composure? 8 composure. He gets the 4th goal, 4-0, and well, who needs Tayo Awani when you bring in a youngster like that and he gets a goal a couple of minutes into his into his senior debut. It's not his full debut. He'll probably have that in the next game after this performance. As O'Brien looks for Larsson, Pedence cuts it out. Mateus now. Mateus into the box, gone a long way, and what a finish by Mateus Nunes. Brilliant from him. 4-1. Hopefully that's just a consolation goal though. He was allowed to run a long way there. Pedence, Evans nipped into the ball. Pedence into Mateus, and he like I say, he's run a long way here. No real challenge, and he just fires it past Dean Henderson. League table looks very nice. We are 15th as things currently stand, 30 points from 31 games. Safety is within our grasp right now as we go into the final 2 minutes of stoppage time. That ball is fired long. Bolly wins it, and Scarpa into Brennan Johnson now. Back for Larsson. Larsson, oh, he's missed the target. Good. Well, it was a decent strike, really. I thought if he got it past the keeper, he was going to score. No luck for him there as Semedo dispossesses Brennan Johnson, but Brennan Johnson wins it back. Can he find the ball into the box? Aït-Nouri clears it away, and it's hooked clear by Pedence. Sergio Aurier now against Morgan Gibbs-White. Morgan Gibbs-White against his former club. Can he produce something? Gets the ball in. Brennan Johnson heads it down. Cleared away. Diego Carlos can pick it up. Diego Costa. Wrong player on the brain there as Worrell goes through the back of him. That ball's fired over the top. Aurier puts it out for a throw, and that should be everything here. It is. It's a 4-1 victory. Wolves 1, Nottingham Forest 4, Aurier on 5 minutes, Johnson on 48, Lingard on 55, and Julian Larson off the bench on 73 minutes to get a goal on his debut. We get the 3 points. We'll have a quick look at the league table, and then we'll show you when we're going to come back for the next episode as we finish off the season here at Nottingham Forest. So then the league table, it looks like this. We are 5 points clear of Brighton. We've played a game more than Fulham, who were below us with 29 points. Same amount of games as Leeds, we're 1 behind them on goal difference. So it is very, very tight there. We are probably, I mean, Brighton can score another 21 points, so they can get to 46. So we are still like 5 or 6 wins away from being safe. But as it stands, I don't see Brighton winning that many games. We also play Palace and Bournemouth. We could be safe, like, you know, not mathematically, but realistically safe after the next 2 games. After the next 3 games, so if we beat Palace and Bournemouth. What we're going to do is, the plan is to come back to cement our safety. So it'll be the last episode of the season. We're probably going to play the Palace, Villa and Bournemouth games off camera. We'll probably come back around sometime in May. We'll finish off the season there, and then we'll do the end of season review, and then the next episode of that will be the transfer window as we go into season number 2. But like I say, next episode we will finish off this season. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. See you soon.